welcome to Direct Edition for 2010, and it's been a busy few weeks and changes in my working situation have made it really difficult to get an episode together, so please bear with me. We hope to get on to a really regular schedule again for 2010. In the meantime, we're going to start off the year with a rundown of some of the books that we've missed in the last few weeks. Norman Osborn's Dark Alliance of Supervillains starts to unravel as he takes on Doctor Doom in Siege of the Cabal one-shot. Anti-Venom New Ways to Live #3 is out, and in this final part of Eddie Brock's mini-series, Anti-Venom teams up with the Punisher to take down a drug lord and his gang. In Horn issue #3, we start to get answers about what Horn is, but Kirkman, McFarlane and crew ensure that for every answer there are 2 new questions at least. 5 issues into its run, Ultimate Spider-Man is proving to be a reliably solid read each month. David LaFuente's manga-ish style art is always worth a look. Brought to us by Michael Avon Oeming, this is God Complex #1. He's most famous for his work on Powers with Brian Michael Bendis, and in this series he brings ancient Greek mythology bang up to date. It's one of my favourite books at the moment. It's Iron Man, it's issue 21, and this one sees Thor and Captain America trying to reboot Tony Stark's destroyed brain. The mystical revenge saga continues as issue 20 of The Sword hit the stands. It's a great read, packed full of cool action, sat around a beating emotional heart. There have been lots of story threads set up in the various Hulk books over the last few months. The Fall of the Hulks event hopefully will mean some of them pay off. These 2 books get us set up for that. That's Fall of the Hulks Alpha and The Incredible Hulk 605. In issue #18 of Hulk, we spend the entire book inside the mind of Doc Samson. He's a significant character in the Hulk universe, and Jeff Loeb and Will Portacio offer up a little of what makes him tick. Savage Dragon #55 sees the beginning of a new story arc. It's evil twin with a twist as Eric Larson pits Savage Dragon against Savage Dragon in Dragon War. The retro action continues as we reach the halfway point in Ed Brubaker's 40s superhuman arms race thriller The Marvels Project. Lock and Key Crown of Shadows #2 is out, and this sees Kinsey in the spotlight with a stirring adventure in the Drowning Cave. As we've come to expect, this is high quality from beginning to end. This is a book that charts the coming together of a group of death-fixated evil mutants, and if that's your thing, grab Necrosha, The Gathering one-shot. Air #16 sees Blythe finally catch up to Zane, or perhaps that's the other way round. Either way, some of the tension G. Willow Wilson has established over the last few issues finally gets released. Ultimate Armor Wars #3 is out. This mini-series has been fun so far. This issue sees Stark touching down in London, which is a little extra bonus for us Brits. Tim Drake's adventure in search of Bruce Wayne continues, and this episode sees the death of a major Bat villain. Check it out, Red Robin #7. Captain America Reborn #5, the penultimate issue of this mini-series, sees the Red Skull, having transferred his mind into Captain America's body, taking out the Avengers and battling with Bucky. In Justice League of America #40, there's more Blackest Night action as the ladies of the League take on the Black Lanterns. In War Machine issue 12, having been captured and incarcerated by Norman Osborn, surely James Rhodes, the War Machine, has come to the end of the road. Don't you believe it? Rhodey and crew serve up a big slice of humble pie for Norman to munch on. Wonder Woman Blackest Night #1 is the first part of her Blackest Night mini-series, and we see Wonder Woman battling the Black Lantern version of Maxwell Lord in, of all places, a cemetery, which can't be a good idea. In Dark X-Men #2, Norman Osborn's X-Men have discovered that the disturbance they've been investigating is nothing less than Nathan Grey. He's super powerful, and now he knows all about Norman's role in recent events. How will he react? Superman World of New Krypton #10, Robinson and Rucker's excellent Superman series continues as Kal-El has to turn detective with the help of Adam Strange to solve New Krypton's very first murder mystery. The mighty #11, this tale of a superhero turned superbad sees arrogant superhero Alpha One faced with an angry human who finally sees him for what he is. Matt Fraction's Uncanny X-Men reaches issue #518. It's become a real highlight of the monthly schedule, and this issue sees Scott Summers performing psychic surgery on Emma Frost with catastrophic results. In issue number 68 of The Walking Dead, we can't help but ask if our little group of survivors have finally caught a break when stranger Aaron makes them a very attractive offer. But if the history of this book is anything to go by, probably not. There have been a couple of Spider-Man issues out, as Spidey's still running the gauntlet care of Electro in issue number 614 and facing up to the Sandman in issue number 615. The Boys number 37 came out, and this time around Ennis and Robertson offer up a load of info on the Frenchman's backstory. It's that man again, Kieran Gillen, as he takes on the writing chores for a new story arc setting up Thor for a massive confrontation. Billy Tan, who we recently saw on Batman and Robin, turns in very competent art. This is Thor issue number 604. In Sweet Tooth number 4, Gus and Mr. Jeopard encounter what can only be described as a brothel, as Jeff Lemire drops hints of a sinister future for the series. The mini-series that brings back the original Human Torch reaches its halfway point with a huge face-off between the Torch and Namor. This is the astounding Wolfman number 20. It's Robert Kirkman's take on werewolves, and it's scheduled to end at issue 25. So if you like his take on zombies and haven't checked this out yet, you've not got long left. Shuri, the new Black Panther, takes on Namor in her quest for answers. Look out for the appearance of a famous super team. This is Black Panther number 11. More high-speed dialogue and slapstick action as Deadpool and his motley crew try to return the zombie head of Deadpool to his own dimension. It's Deadpool Merc with a Mouth number 6. In the opening issue of The Flash's Blackest Night miniseries, the Flash faces the Black Flash whilst the selection of his rogues gallery make plans of their own. Thunderbolts 139 is Super Team Showdown as Norman Osborn sends his Thunderbolts up against the agents of Atlas. In Action Comics number 884, there are more supporting cast shenanigans as Lois goes head to head with her own father, and there are sinister machinations around Flamebird and Nightwing. All of that and a Captain Atom second feature. In Dr. Voodoo, Avenger of the Supernatural number 3, Voodoo has allowed a horrendous evil to follow him back to Earth. Can he stem the tide before the world is lost? This is Green Lantern Corps number 43. Now, Guy Gardner was always a bit of a hothead, but seeing him turn into a Red Lantern was a tiny bit unexpected. Nevertheless, in this issue, the Corps get the faintest whiff of hope in their continuing battle against Blackest Night. In the Mighty Avengers number 32, Dan Slott turns in a script full of establishing info and yet still makes it an entertaining read. It's very cool art also from Koi Fam, making Mighty Avengers certainly one to watch over the coming months. Tony Daniels' run on Batman continues with the Bat in the midst of a mystery, on the trail of the Black Mask and having to deal with the hard consequences of vigilante life. The Dark Avengers take on the Molecule Man and precipitate a big change for the Sentry that may make him too powerful for even Norman to control. In Incorruptible issue number 1, Mark Waid takes us back to the universe of Irredeemable, but where that series investigates the hero turned villain, this series delves into the life of a villain, making the journey into the light. Daredevil, the Man Without Fear number 503 is out, and the cover says it all on this one. Daredevil is looking out for New York and the Kingpin is lurking in the background. This is great stuff from Diggle and Della Torre.